Hello. I never start videos like that, so this is already going to be a weird video, if you can't tell, making it sound more ominous than it is. But yeah, today's going to be a weird video. I do have an announcement to make at the end of this, so I would appreciate if you'd stick around to the end. Thank you very much. But that's not the main reason that I'm making this video. The main reason that I'm making this video is because, well, you may or may not have noticed that I've not been uploading and I've not been active on YouTube. I have been online, I've just not been uploading. And that is because of this. That's because of this. Had an injury. I don't know why I'm laughing so much. Whenever I have to talk about anything that's like slightly not good, I just start like smiling and laughing. But yeah, I had an injury. And I haven't been able to use my arm, which meant that I could not edit videos, which is, if you don't know, is actually the main part of my job, is editing the videos. That's what takes the longest. I would consider that the biggest part, maybe not the main part, but the biggest part of my job. So what happened was that, I don't even know when it was now, a week or two ago, I think 2 weeks ago, I was cleaning the apartment. We were doing a big clean because it was like a Sunday and we're like, let's just do a huge deep clean and get everything done. So I was cleaning and I was just finishing up, like I was doing the last thing, and I was under the kitchen counter. Now my kitchen counter is actually like a bar that's supposed to have stools, but it doesn't have stools because the furniture came with the apartment and they didn't put any stools, and there isn't actually space to put stools because of where everything else is. It just doesn't make sense. But everybody hits themselves off that all the time, like it's actually a hazard, genuinely. It's such a stupid design. The only thing it's good for, having that massive counter, is the 2 times a year that I make pasta from scratch. That's the only thing it's good for. Everybody hits their hip off it, everybody hits their elbow off it, and it's hard, like it hurts. So I was cleaning under there. I think I was cleaning like the little wall bit of it. And whatever way I stood up really quickly, and my shoulder blade was sticking out on my back, whatever way I had it angled. And I hit my shoulder blade really, really hard off this thing from underneath. So I was in a lot of pain, quite a lot of pain, but I just kind of left it be. I just tried not to use my arm that day or the next day. I could move my arm, by the way. It was really painful and really stiff, and I didn't have my full range of motion, but I could move it. So I left it because I thought, well, I can move, so it's not broken. And I thought maybe my shoulder's dislocated or something. Worst case scenario, my shoulder's dislocated, because I've heard that's very easy to do. But from what I read and from what people were telling me, it wasn't dislocated. So I left it longer, but it kept getting more and more painful, and it was really swollen, like on the back, where it happened, on my shoulder blade, and all around my back was swollen. You couldn't really see my shoulder blade on that side because of how swollen my back was. And I thought, okay, maybe I should go talk to the doctor. And then on one night, my whole arm was swollen, and my hand and my fingers. I kind of just thought, yeah, that's not right. It's been a couple of days now. My entire arm should not be swollen because I hit my shoulder blade. Because I thought at this point, like, it was just a really bad bang and it would fix itself. But no, whole thing was swollen. The pain had gotten worse. I was still stiff and still couldn't move properly. So I went the next day to the minor injury unit clinic. I don't know what you want to call it. And they x-rayed me, they had a look and all that. And so what has actually happened is that the impact from the back on my shoulder blade has done something to the joint in my shoulder here. It's the AC joint. There's actually a longer term for that. I can't remember, I'm not a doctor. And apparently that joint has widened. I didn't know what that meant, so I had to ask her, what does that mean? And she just told me that it means what it sounds like, that the joint there has separated. So it's painful. From what I've looked up, it's a common sporting injury. Or at least a sporting injury, I don't know if it's common. But unfortunately I was not doing sports, so I was just cleaning. So what she did at the hospital was just put it in the sling, told me not to move it, stop using it. I wasn't using it very much anyway because it was painful and I couldn't use it properly. But she said, do not use it and we're going to get you into physiotherapy. But I was supposed to wait for a callback and for a physiotherapy reference, so that was just taking a while. But anyway, as things stand right now, I'm still not supposed to use it at all. I have the first physiotherapy consultation coming up, so I will find out then things like, how long is it going to take to heal? What am I supposed to do? I mean, they'll hopefully give me exercise and things to get the mobility back and stuff, because it isn't something that's it's not stuck like this forever. It is treatable, but it needs to be treated. I need the physiotherapy. But the main thing I want them to tell me is how long it's going to take and when I can start editing again. And cooking again. I can't cook, which is really frustrating. Luckily, I have somebody to cook for me, but it does make me feel bad that I can't cook. But yeah, I have that first appointment coming up. But what I've read anyway is it's at least going to be a couple of weeks till I'm back to normal. I don't know, it is just kind of, an injury is an injury, and so far, I've not been moving it. I've been really good. I kind of moved it a little bit the other day, but I've been trying really hard and I've been keeping the sling on, except for when my arm goes completely dead, because it is still going numb and it is still swelling from time to time and my fingers keep swelling. My back is still swollen and the pain is just getting worse. So from what I understand, that's not supposed to be the case. It's supposed to be getting better from not moving it. I could be wrong, because again, I still have to see the physiotherapist, but it is supposed to be getting better, and it's not. So hopefully the physiotherapy helps. I did have the x-ray. I made sure that they forwarded the x-ray to my GP. I actually had to follow up with them about that. I had to call them and be like, can you send them the report, please? And I got them to email me the report as well. I was like, I do need that. But yeah, I'm just waiting to kind of find things out, but it does look like it's going to be a couple of weeks at least, maybe longer. And I am concerned that it's not getting better and that it's still swollen and it's just getting more and more painful. And it's not just painful here where the joint is, it's really painful where I banged it still, even though it has been almost 2 weeks. And my whole arm is really, really painful. My whole shoulder, my whole arm, and my whole that side of my back. And because this arm is doing all the work, now this side of my neck is starting to get strained. So, I'm not really doing that much. I'm trying to take it easy, obviously, so I can heal as fast as possible. I'm not being just doing stuff just with this arm instead. By the way, this is my right arm and I'm right-handed. In case that wasn't clear, I'm very, very right-handed. I did think for years growing up that I was ambidextrous. That is just not the case. I don't know why I thought that. I don't know who told me that or where I got that notion from. I'm not ambidextrous in the slightest. I'm very, very right-handed. This is my clicking hand for editing, so it's a bit of a problem. So I don't really know what I'm going to do for the next while because, of course I love making videos in general. And of course, I just want to do that anyway. And of course, I understand all of you are going to say, it's fine, take all the time off you need. And I appreciate that. I really, really do appreciate that. Don't think I don't. But at the same time, this is my job and my sole source of income. And I've already not uploaded for, I think, 11 days. And that's really bad for me and for my channel. And if I can't upload for the next while, that's going to be really bad as well. So I don't have 100% of a plan. I wish I could come to you and say I have a plan. I have ideas. I did have live streams that I had done with the intention of editing them down. And Alizi very kindly offered to help me edit those parts out and, put in anything or cut out anything that needed to be cut out. Very, very kindly. One of those is already done and sent to me, so that's gonna go up tomorrow, I'm pretty sure, after I upload this. But I wanted to update you guys first before I uploaded that. So that was really, really nice for her, and I really do appreciate that. But as for after that, when the live streams are gone, and those are already kind of old topics at this point. I don't fully know what I'm going to do. I was thinking about just trying to record completely unedited videos besides fixing the audio, like syncing it, which I will do for this video as well. Like, I'm going to sync the audio and everything, but that's like the only thing I'm going to do to this video because it's the only thing I can do. Because if I try and just edit with my left hand, it's just not possible. Like, it's really not. So that's kind of my working theory at the moment, is just to put out unedited videos. I don't know how that's going to work, but you know, I would appreciate if you guys watch them. That would be great. That's kind of my plan at the moment. This took way longer to... I'm sorry, I'm looking at the time that it took. This took way longer to explain than I thought. I thought this would be really quick, because I even left out loads of details. But, yeah, at the moment, this is where things are. It's obviously not the most serious thing in the world. Nobody's dying. Nothing is broken. And this is fixable. I'm just kind of still left wondering how long it's going to take to fix this and when I'm going to be able to upload properly again and get back to work. Because I do need to be working. Like, I know there's this idea that all YouTubers are insanely rich. It's not the case. The big YouTubers, rich, very much money. The people like the size of me, no. No, it's not the case. I can't just take loads of time off. And even if I could, like, I feel like I would go crazy if I didn't make videos. Like, I like making videos. I would lose my mind. I wouldn't have, like, my outlet. Does that make sense? I think so. This is... Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing, but this is also really weird. Right. Just pay attention for this part, because it is so insane. 2 weeks before this happened, or a week or 2 weeks, I don't really know, I had this dream that it wasn't like a full-on nightmare, it was just stressful, because I don't get that many nightmares anymore, I just get really stressful dreams. I had a dream that I hurt my arm and I couldn't edit, so I had to record a video explaining why I couldn't edit, and then I recorded videos to upload that would be unedited, and I had to put a disclaimer at the beginning of them, of everyone saying, if this is your first time checking out my channel, I'm sorry, my videos are usually better than this, I'm just injured at the moment. That was a week or two before this happened. That was the dream I had. And I know this isn't some, like, fake memory I've superimposed onto this situation, because I know memories are, like, a weird thing psychologically. I know this is a fact, because that morning, I told my girlfriend about it. I said, oh my god, I had this really stressful dream and this is what happened. And like a couple of days after this happened, I think maybe after I went to the hospital, I said it to her. I was like, do you remember I told you about that weird dream I had? And she's like, oh my god, yeah. So, either I'm psychic or I manifested this. And just in the off chance that I did manifest this, I've decided that I am no longer allowed to dream. It's very bold of me, will not be doing that again. But that is insane, and I can't wrap my head around the fact that I did have that dream before this happened. It's very weird. Anyway, I don't know how to transition to the next part of the video, and this part will be very quick. I will make this brief, because I told you guys I have an announcement, and I know this is not a good time to be making this announcement. It's not the way I wanted to make it, but this had been in the works, and this was ready to be announced. So, can we, like, all pretend the last section of the video didn't happen, and then move on to this as its own separate thing? Can we do that, please? Great, thank you. So, I have news for you guys, which is that my new shop is now open for you to check out. I put a lot of work into it, and I'm really, really excited about it, and I would really love if you guys would check it out and see if there's anything that tickles your fancy. If this was a video I was editing, I would so cut that out. But we're sticking with it. We're sticking with Tickle Your Fancy. There will be a link in the description for you to check it out, but there's some cool products on there. I've started with a very limited release, so there's not too many things on the store right now, but there will be more to come, but this is what we have for now, and I'm really excited about it. I put lots of work into it, and I just really, really hope you guys like it. And if you... Okay. My camera just died. We're going to pretend that didn't happen, and so we can move on. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying, but I'm pretty sure I was just saying please do check it out, and I hope you like this stuff in the shop. If you want to get something there, it is supporting me and the channel, and it is its own individual thing, so I'm just very happy about it. By the way, because I can't go back and edit this part in because I forgot to say it, the store is called Wild Tunta. Tunta is the Irish word for waves, so it's wild waves. I've enjoyed being back in Ireland and by the sea again. That I don't know if you know this, but I'm very into the sea. I love the sea, essentially. I just love the sea. I love being in the water. It really does relax me just looking at the sea and just listening to it. So that was the inspiration for the name. Again, check it out. I won't harp on too much. And I'm sorry this is the video that I'm announcing it in, but it was ready to go. And there it is. So, but do check it out. And once I am back in the swing of things, I will organize a full-on proper big announcement thing, and we'll do something fun for it. It'll be fun. But in the meantime, if you do order anything off the shop, feel free to tag me in it. You can do #WildTunta if you want to. Don't have to, but you can. But do tag me in it. I'd love to see what you guys get. It would be really, really cool. And I might even give you a cheeky follow if you tag me in it. So feel free to do that. I really appreciate it. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, I'm just realizing I have to edit in that extra bit at the end now, so that's going to be a pain, but it's fine. So yeah, this is the update. I'm sorry I don't have a more concrete answer to give you guys on what's happening with the channel, what's happening with me, and you know, thank you in advance for your support, because you guys are always really supportive, so I just already know you're gonna be. You guys are always really, really lovely, and hopefully I'm back in the swing of things soon. I really don't know what's happening with videos at the moment, but I am going to try and get videos out. Of course, there is going to be one tomorrow, so do watch that video, please. Thank you. It's edited from the live stream. So, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.